Alright, what's up, BoLS fans? We got a new battle report for you here. Caldera, Chris, the one and only, is bringing the Archangel to the field today. An epic Lilith list. Chris, maybe show me what else you got over here.
So don't mind the unpainted models. I had to finish painting the Archangel. Well, almost. I got a few details of it. So it's pretty standard. You had to take out 20 points to fit Big Boy in. But I got Striders with 2 Deathstalkers, a Shredder, a Night Stalker, or a Night Lurker, and a Ravagore.
Alright. And a Forsaken?
Yeah, Forsaken and a Shepherd.
Alright, okay. Well, on my side of the battlefield, I am bringing out Kreoss3 tier list. Now, I don't have the second unit of Avengers, but I do have plenty of errants, so I got a unit of those. I'm trying something a little weird here. I played a lot of lists with the Intercessor, and pretty much since the beginning I've wanted to try to go all out with the Repenters. Those are the cool little Protectorate 4-point Warjacks with the Flamethrowers. They are awesome with the spell Warpath. This is the first time I brought along 3 of them. That's 12 points with the Light Jacks. You don't see that in most lists. And because the Intercessor's tier list gives you a discount on Warjacks without ranged weapons, I brought along a Templar, and of course Fire of Salvation. That guy is ridiculous with Warpath. You can get an insane amount of threat on him. And then of course, you know, we got some of the usual stuff. We got Choir, we got Vassals. It's all there. So I've got the first turn, and we will come back after that has been resolved. Alright, well, that's about what you'd expect from a first turn. Everything moving up fast. Had to allocate a lot of focus to the Warjacks to get him up there, so that means could only really cast one upkeep spell, which was Holy Ward on the Avengers. They have +2 defense and can't be targeted by magic attacks. And with that being said, it's on to Chris's turn. We'll be back when he's done. Alright, Legion was not idle last turn. They managed to down some of my Brave Knights, which is totally not cool. I plan on doing something about it, but otherwise you can see Chris has mostly moved towards the objective. Usually a good move, games where the objectives are what matter. So I'm hoping I can flush him out, score some points for myself, come back after my turn, but it's still going to be a little while before I can really get there. Alright, well, that is my turn too. A little sadness over here. This annoying little Strider with tenacity on him stood up to a charge from 2 errants and one of my Avengers, who, despite being Mat 9 on the charge and getting to roll 3 dice and drop the lowest, still managed to miss the little guy's defense 16. So I got no kills. Otherwise, being a little bold, hopefully this won't come back to bite me, but I've run all my errands up out of the woods because, hey, I'm fighting Legion here. I mean, how much good is cover really going to do? Or concealment, I guess, in this case. So hopefully Chris doesn't have anything too nasty in store for me, but I am all up on him now and hoping to do some real damage on my next turn, assuming I have an army left. Alright, we'll see what he does. Alright, I guess that last turn could have gone a lot worse, but my big disappointment, Fire of Salvation, is pretty much on his last leg, having lost his movement and his Cortex. The big guy over here got a nice healthy 6 for his strafe roll, and on Lilith's feet turn that meant he was sending 4 POW 14s my way. All five, sorry, thank you for the correction.
Yeah, one of them I sent that way, but
that's right. So he got 4 POW 14s, each one totally boostable. He's still alive, he's still got both his arms, but he's not going to get any focus this turn. Otherwise, my choir is starting to dwindle thanks to all the Deathstalkers lurking around the battlefield. But again, my errant core that I was the most worried about still remains relatively intact, although they're having a hard time hitting those Striders. I do have my eyes set on the objectives now that I understand the mission a little bit better. I think I can score some points that way. I have been allowing Chris to do what Legion does best, which is shoot and retreat, and so I think I'm going to try to grab myself some objectives this turn. See how that turns out. Alright, not too much in the way of killing. The Archangel definitely knows it's been hit, but because Chris did such a good job picking on my choir, My poor Templar missed one of his attacks against the Archangel. If you're wondering how he got all the way up there, judging on where he was last turn, well, that's Warpath for you. If I kill a model, I can pick a model in my battle group and move it 3 inches. That gives the Templar, who only has 4 inches of speed, a nice 12 inches of threat with that reach weapon of his. And that also let me get Fire of Salvation over here to wipe out the objective, which he would not have been able to do with his Cortex destroyed because he couldn't have charged. He didn't have 5 inches of speed to get there. So Warpath is a completely awesome spell. It has never let me down, and I actually managed to move every single Warjack in my battle group with it. I almost screwed up and didn't score this objective, but again, then I got a Warpath move, and managed to end up with one of these Repenters in base to base with it. So I'm doing pretty good. I've got an objective over here, an objective over here. Sorry, flag. Flag, as Chris has corrected me. So while I feel like I've taken, and the objective destroyed, so while I feel like I've taken a bigger licking than Chris has as far as models lost, now I've got him on the objectives because he's been having to retreat every turn to put that hurt on. So hopefully it'll work out well for me. If I can just get 2 more points, I'll have this one. So let's see what happens. Alright, it is not the end of Chris's turn. However, he is threatening me with a caster assassination. I was kind of worried this would happen. He's managed to kill enough errants to get the Archangel in position to move up and maybe get a shot on my Warcaster Kreoss over here. Same with the Ravagore. Now, fortunately for me, Lilith just missed with Pincushion, so these guys are going to have to do it all on their own. Kreoss is naturally a Def 14. I've got 2 focus on him, which brings him up to Arm 19. Let's see if Chris can roll it out. Alright, let's start this assassination run.
So I missed the pincushion. I needed that, but I rolled that. So no pincushion. No pincushion. I used the last of my fury because self-sacrifice meant all these guys were in the way.
There was one really annoying guy that I knew he needed to have to kill in order to put the Archangel up there, and with self-sacrifice, I was just not going to let him do it. So I forced him to expend a lot of resources to clear a path for the Archangel, but he finally did it. So let's see. And just so you know, Chris has decided that this is his only option. So if this seems like it's not the best plan, I've kind of got him locked out of the objectives over here. So I've gotten him a little bit desperate. Alright, he's scooting up, So now this is one of the cool things about being an Archangel. Right now the Archangel is engaging Fire of Salvation. Now an ordinary Warjack wouldn't be able to shoot while engaging an enemy model, but fortunately Gargantuans are all cool with that. Alright, so a lot's going to depend on this roll right here. Here's the strafe roll, and there's 3 shots. Again, 4 shots total. So D3 plus 1, so that means there are going to be
all 4 going into
4 PAL 14 shots headed right at Kreoss. Let's see what we roll here. Boost in the first one. And that's a 1, a 1, and a 4. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough.
Second one?
Second one. Also, not boosted? Not boosted. And also a miss. Third one.
Jesus,
wow.
terrible.
Casino dice are just not with him today. This sucks. I feel bad because I was moaning about my luck just a few minutes ago.
Ah!
And literally,
Jesus.
literally none of them have connected. And
so these are a bunch of PAL 8s or PAL 7s we're going to hit you.
Alright.
First one.
So he's at Arm 19 is
3 inches. Yeah, can he?
Well, you can kill the choir.
Yeah.
A PAL 7 is exactly too low to hurt Kreoss with the 2 focus on him.
So 3 inches. Like that.
So it's fine. I'm willing to say that you kill the choir at this point because it's down to the objectives. You don't have a model that can reach the objective over here, and I can dominate it with Kreoss for the win. So really, I don't think the Ravagore is physically capable of doing it on his own.
No,
unfortunately, the Archangel.
If I can hit you, I can set you on fire, which may help me.
All right. So let's see if we can get it. So if the Ravagore can hit him.
Do that.
All right, he's got to move some pieces. All right, we're just going to go ahead and go for it. So he's coming in here. Oh, that's right. The Strider's already activated.
Yeah, they already activated.
I was thinking he had to move him out of the way. Okay, so Eyeless Sight lets him see right through that forest, and the thing is a base 14.
Easily.
So it's an easy shot on Kreoss.
Right, so we're going to use his Animus to cause continuous fire, and we're definitely going to boost the shot. 5 versus 14, I need a 9.
All right, we need a 9. What do we got here? A 3, a 1, and a 4. Wow. All right. Well, that really doesn't make for the most climactic game ending. A bunch of missed rolls, but
It goes 2 inches to the 3, which will still catch you.
No, you did.
But yeah, it doesn't really matter.
so
that way.
probably kill the kill the choir. Choir dead.
POW 8, I'll boost on you just because. You're what did you say you were 19?
19
Or minus 11?
minus 11. And again, wow. And the sad part is I've seen him use these dice all game, and I mean they haven't been the luckiest, but jeez, it hasn't been anything like this.
Alright,
Alright, we'll come back when I get to my turn. Alright, well, Chris did finish off his turn, but it's pretty much a formality. Because I made him waste so many resources killing that one all-important errant, these guys, when completely unscathed, earned me another point at the end of Chris's turn, and since it's my turn now, I literally don't have to do anything to get that 5th point I need for the win. So I guess the lesson here is, you know, don't let kills make you get too confident, because he killed a lot of my stuff, and in retaliation, I just moved on to the objectives, and by that point, it was too difficult for him to uproot me, and I ended up with the 5 points. So there you go. Intercessor Kreoss
you're on fire!
is on fire. Oh, all right. Yeah, it's not gonna.
Do me this one justice!
All right, let's see if he goes out.
So
He goes out. One of those few times when a 2 is good.
what's gonna happen is
So there we go. That's our game. Too bad the Archangel. Unfortunately, he had an opportunity to really show what he can do with all those POW 14s, and the dice were just terrible. But if it had gone a little bit differently, you know, it might be an assassinated Kreoss right there. Oh well. That's
Don't let those dice fool you. Those aren't the reason why Archangel's a pain in the butt to play with.
yeah. All right. Well, it was a fun game. Thank you, Chris. Hope you guys enjoyed it.